Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, a big sneak peek for the biggest movie ever. Your first look at the trailer for Avatar, The Way of Water. Then, he's been a part of our lives since 1984. Malcolm Jamal Warner will join me live to talk about his latest role on Fox's The Resident. And we're showing you our favorite things from Oprah's favorite things. The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Let's make it a good day. I'm Jace. Thank you for being here. Please welcome my dear friend. It's Kendall, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Did you notice?
What?
Did you see?
What? Do I know?
The marmot moved.
He did move. He moves every day. I don't know. I mean, somebody. It's like the marmot behind you is kind of like our elf on the shelf.
Yeah, he moved.
I mean, every day. Look, here's the deal. Sometimes we can't even get lights on sometimes, but the
Yeah.
marmot gets moved somehow every day.
He
I
had
don't
a
know.
costume too for Halloween. Did you
That's
see
right.
that? He was a ghost.
He had better costumes than we had that day.
I don't
No,
know
your
about
costume
that.
was good. So, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy, what day is it? Wednesday?
It is
Tuesday?
Wednesday. I know.
Wednesday.
You've been. We need to recharge her or something.
Plug me in
We need to plug her
somewhere.
in or do a hard reboot.
Something.
Was it a hard night last night for you?
No, I just am getting older. Once you hit 30, I feel like everything falls apart. And it's been, I have Tums now. I have favorite Tums. I have favorite flavors of Tums.
You do know. Can I tell you a little something?
Yeah.
Nobody in the audience thinks that you're old. Nobody feels sorry for you for
Thanks,
that one.
everybody.
Yeah, nobody. Not
Thanks.
a single person.
Indigestion is real.
Oh yeah, nothing. Yeah, nobody. Come on, talk to me when you're 48, and then then we'll see. Yeah.
I might not be able to walk by then. I
Yeah,
mean, with
you'll
all
be
the problems
fine.
I have,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll trade you your misery. And here's the deal. I don't know. This isn't trade misery day, but if you live in a condo or an apartment, I'm talking to you. A communal living space.
Uh-huh.
So we live in a condo unit in the North Loop of Minneapolis, and we're there. And great people, great neighbors, great building, very quiet. But there is something I can't figure out. We are 2022, and for some reason, in our building, somebody goes down to the basement at a predetermined, unknown to us, just some date, and flips the switch, like a big switch, and turns off the air conditioning, and turns it off. It's just a random date. Like the council, you know how the condo buildings, they have like a council?
Yes.
They have the secret meetings. So the council decides some random date. It doesn't matter. And then they turn off the air. And for whatever reason, our building isn't old. It was built, I think, in the early 2000s. You can't do air and heat the same time. Like the units can't. So now, because we're having this weird weather, it is currently, and I just checked before I left, Colin has told me it's 81 degrees in our condo.
How does that even happen?
Because for whatever reason, our building is wired in such a way you can either have heat or you can have air conditioning. So we're opening up the windows, but that doesn't, when it's, it's not, we have a lot of windows, so we're closing the blinds, but nothing. Mr. Big moved out. He's moved, he left.
I thought I saw him walking around.
Yeah, Dexter's gone. My dog moved out. He's like, screw this, I'm not staying here.
Gotta go.
I'm gonna go to a building with air conditioning, and I don't get it. Nobody has given me an answer. My father-in-law's a plumber, and he can't, I don't know.
Wait, what does plumbing have to do with air conditioning?
Because he knows heat and AC and all that stuff.
I was just wondering.
No, I'm just saying he knows, he's manly. He knows about crap like that. I don't know. I don't know about.
He knows the things.
I don't know things about furnace and air conditioners, but it drives me nuts. Like, we just got a new workout room. I would rather just have heat and air when we want it. Forget a treadmill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a sauna.
Now look. I complain about silly things just to make you laugh. This isn't the world's biggest problem, obviously. But if you live in a building like that, there's neighbors drive you nuts. Mine are lovely, but I've lived there 6 years. I've never figured this out.
If it was 81 degrees in my apartment when I was sleeping, I I would have a conniption.
Yeah.
There would be problems.
Yeah,
all
it's
over the world.
81. Again, the dogs have moved out. Hey, we're just 2 weeks away from our. So if you see a random boxer or French bulldog with a knapsack walking down the streets of Minneapolis, that's mine. Yeah. Hey, we're just 2 weeks away from our next live show because you know we're going to be doing more. We're going on location more and more. Front row got a little shot there. Look at that. That's a good looking man right there in the front row right there. He's in the Oprah seat. He's in the Oprah Winfrey seat right there. This time, so here's the deal. This time we're kicking off the holiday season at Rosedale Center. So our live show is Friday, November 18th. 40 viewers plus a guest will be selected to be part of the VIP group, okay? You can sign up right now for your chance to win these seats on the Jason Show Facebook page. The VIP experience includes premium seating for the show, free food, free drinks, the coveted mug, you'll get a show mug, and a VIP gift bag worth more than $50 provided by Rosedale Center, and we've been told there are like additional prizes too that you can win. So yeah, but please, two things. We're getting emails. I don't know where it is. Where do I sign up? It's at the top of our Facebook page. Number two, please be available that day before you sign up. Please, it's like when you sign up for here in the audience, please be available before you sign up because we have a lot of no-shows and it's like, what's going on? So there we go.
And we'll keep your goodies.
That's right. Yeah, we'll give all the free stuff to Kendall or my friend in the front row. Either one. There we go. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. First up, more than a decade after the original, we're like a month away from the release of the second Avatar movie. It's called The Way of Water. We waited 16, 17 years. It better come. Anyway, right before our show started, the full trailer just dropped. So come back to the TV. We've been waiting a long time for this. Look at the trailer.
Dad, I know you think I'm crazy.
Those big rocks.
But I feel her. I hear her heartbeat. She's so close.
So what does her heartbeat sound like?
Mighty.
We cannot let you bring your war here.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see you.
And we see you. Gorgeous. Or to quote the great Nene Leakes, we see each other. It's beautiful. So James Cameron's back in the director's chair, and this is one of the most expensive movies of all time. The budget, my dear friends, $250 million. Yeah. It hits theaters next month. This is still, I can see why they spent so long. You can tell the products in the pudding or whatever that saying is. But anyway, what is it? Pudding price? Proof is in the pudding. Yeah. I'm sorry. Kendall's goofiness has rubbed off on me.
Oh,
she's sitting a little too close to me. But
sidekick.
anyway, and still, let me just do a shameless plug. The Avatar ride, which that's what it looks like at Disney World, still, they've come up with a lot of rides since then. Still one of the best rides there. You really do feel like you're flying. Have you ever ridden that?
I've never been to Disney.
Oh, I haven't.
I've been over this. You haven't brought me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take you next time, I promise.
No, we won't.
Yes, I will. But no, it's such a good ride. It's one of the best rides still there. So go see the movie. We'll give you our review when it opens. Next in the dish, speaking of movies, Ralphie is back. HBO Max. This is like a trailer day. I love a good trailer. The official trailer for the spinoff of A Christmas Story just dropped. So this one's called A Christmas Story Christmas. Look.
Oh, life moves fast. One day you're playing kick the can with kids named Flick and Schwartz.
I triple dog dare you!
And the next thing you know, you're a certified adult.
Ralph, dear old man.
Fragile.
He was the best.
Ralphie, promise me we're gonna make this a wonderful Christmas. That would make your father so happy.
I promise. What had I done? And now it was all up to me?
I suggest you start drinking and don't stop till New Year's.
Don't we basically all do that? So, yep, you guessed it. Peter Billingsley's back as Ralphie. And A Christmas Story Christmas will hit HBO Max in 2 weeks. We were all trying to figure out, I think they did something that's a wig or something, because Peter Billingsley looks younger in real life than they're making him appear in this movie. So I don't know if they've aged him. I don't even know what year this is supposed to take place. I think it's supposed to take place in the 80s.
That's my guess.
Or the 70s? Late 70s,
Which would
yeah.
make sense because he's the dad now of young kids.
Yeah,
No, it makes sense.
but he looks way older than what the actor really looks like. Anyway, I love A Christmas Story, and I'm going to reserve. I have
Thoughts?
faith that this is going to be, because no, you know what I mean.
Gotta
Sometimes
have
you take these studios get greedy and they take a beloved classic and they want to, squeeze the teat and try to get more milk out, and then they ruin the original. They ruin the original, and it's like they rush the script. I have confidence that
They didn't squeeze the teeth.
that the milk will be good. There we go. I'll finish the analogy.
Bravo.
Thank you. We have a lot more to come if you're still watching. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment. Oh,
Eric.
there was a teat. Yeah, anyway, welcome back. Weird Al was on Fallon last night, so his biopic hits the Roku channel later this week. I know. I don't have the Roku channel. I don't know how you get it, but I want to get it because I want to watch this. Okay, and the one thing from the trailer that had people talking was Weird Al's relationship with Madonna. But did he really have one in real life? It's our late night rewind.
But you know what was funny? There was you posted this. There's actually a Google search. You said, it amuses me to no end that this is currently the #3 Google search under my name. If you search Weird Al, #3 is Weird Al and Madonna.
Yeah, because on the trailer, which had just come out, it's obvious that there's something going on with me and Madonna. So everybody's like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Like, Weird Al and Madonna have a thing?
Yeah. What was this story with Madonna? Is it what part is truth, or do you want to say?
Well, there are a few little nuggets of truth sprinkled throughout the biopic. The only time I actually met, our relationship is platonic, by the way.
Yes.
the only time I actually met her was in 1985. I talked to her for maybe like 45 seconds backstage. So that's the extent of the relationship.
And she's in the whole movie, but
oh, she's a huge part of the movie.
They met for like 5 minutes, but she's in the entire movie.
She made an impact.
She made an impact, as Madonna does. Well, next in the dish, this is one of those stories that just gets me really angry. I named Heartstopper on Netflix a best thing ever earlier this year. If you don't remember, it follows a friendship turned romance between a gay teenager and his classmate. It has been, by the way, renewed for 2 more seasons, but I'm not doing a recap of the show. There's a reason I'm mentioning this to you. The star of the show, one of the 2 main leads, is making news thanks to online trolls, or as I call them, monsters. I have other names, but I would lose my job if I said it. Kit Connor, who, by the way, is 18 years old, just want to say that a couple times, announced on Twitter that he's bisexual. He said, "Congrats for forcing an 18-year-old to out himself. I think some of you missed the point of the show." So what is the point of the show and what happened here? Well, here's what happened. The young man who starred in this show was forced out because online idiots, online monsters, accused him of what's called queer baiting, which is being a little ambiguous about your sexuality, allegedly to garner gay fans without, it's kind of like a tease. This young man did not do that. And first of all, he's 18 years old. He's 18 damn years old. It's not anybody's business what he is and who he is, what's in his heart. And for these, and we're in an era now where because everyone has a direct line to stars, everybody feels entitled to know every single thing about celebrities. And you don't have that right. You don't. You're not entitled to that, especially when you're dealing with the kid. The kid was 17 or 16 when he shot the show. So for monsters to and I don't even like that term. I don't even like, I think sometimes it's thrown out there and it's not even the case. He's 18 years old. He's still probably trying to figure out who he is in his heart. I mean, my goodness, I was 22 before I decided that I was ready to tell my mom and my family that I was gay. So any of you that allege to be fans of this show, that's what pisses me off too, to be very blunt. These toxic rivers of fandom, whether it's Star Wars or Marvel, the racist idiots, a thread in Star Wars and Marvel, and now these idiots. You claim to be a fan of these shows and therefore the actors in these shows, and then you do something like this. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. To force this young man to do that, to force him when he wasn't ready, it's awful. Mm-hmm. It's awful. It's hard enough. It's hard enough to be 17 and 18 years old, and it's really hard, especially in this day and age when we're going backwards on this. It's hard enough to be 18, and then if you're even thinking of being your true self and revealing, you don't say admit, because admit means something's wrong with it. You reveal that you're gay. It's hard enough, and that isn't helping, you monsters. Mm-hmm. You monsters. Mm-hmm. Gross. It's gross.
It is.
You're picking on a kid, and that kid, he has a bright future ahead of him, and I hope he gets off Twitter. I hope he gets off it. I hope he never looks at social media again. You don't need that stuff. You are not in those messages. Remember that. You are not in those messages. They're loser idiots that have no life. Next up, I'm better now. Next up, it may seem hard to believe. It may seem hard to believe, but Malcolm Jamal Warner has been on TV screens for 40 years. These days, yeah, and he looks like 30. These days, he's checking into the Fox drama The Resident, playing Dr. A.J. Austin. And in the next episode, Malcolm's not only acting, but he's directing as well. Audience, give it up for Malcolm Jamal Warner. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm ready to get rid of all my social media accounts.
Oh, well, you know how it is, Malcolm. These people, it's just when they attack kids, it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah. I mean, the whole social media thing, like, there are some great things about it, but it also sucks because it allows people to be bullies and hide behind their keyboards and hide behind their phones. So I call them keyboard crusaders.
Yeah, absolutely. When did Malcolm, you've been on set since what? I said 84, but probably 82? You've been on sets for decades. When did the curiosity of directing kind of hit you?
Oh, that was early on. I was directing on Cosby. Like, that's how early it was. And it was because the show was such a phenomenon when it started. I was 14, and my mother sat me down and said, "Listen, Malcolm, it's great that this show is, the phenomenon that it is, but you know how this business is. This show could be over next year. What are you going to do when this show is over?" She said, "I can type. I can always get a job. What are you going to do?" So I really spent, all of those years on Cosby thinking about life after Cosby. Like, I was almost maniacally obsessed with life after Cosby because I never wanted to be one of those "where are they now" kids.
Yeah.
So the directing interest really started, in those early years of Cosby.
Well, and that's why that's why we're talking to you right now. Where in the episode you directed, Malcolm, this is the 6th season for the show. Where are we with the plot? If people, maybe missed a few, where are we right now?
Where are we right now? It's good. Kit and Bella got married. After a while, the episodes start to blur because we're overlapping.
Yeah.
Like, the episode that I was directing, we were shooting 2 episodes at the same time. So Manish directed an episode before me, actually our 100th episode. So I was literally shooting, I was acting in his episode and acting and directing in my episode, and we were shooting them like at the same time. So like honestly, all the episodes kind of blur at this point.
I know you've been asked, and you hear people say this, sometimes being an actor and becoming a director makes you a better director. Why is that the case for you?
I think for me as an actor, I know, look, I've seen a lot of directors who were good, and I've worked with a lot of directors who, could use some help. So for me, I know how I like to be directed. I know how I like to have things communicated, to me. So, I think there is kind of a shorthand when I'm working with actors, because really, like, honestly, a big part of directing is communication, how you communicate with people. Because if you talk to people like human beings and, and treat people the way you're supposed to treat people, then, everyone's they're gonna look out for you, So, and especially directing a show that you're on as an actor, for me, it was, I don't want to say easy, but I think the advantage I had is everybody wanted to see me win.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone was excited about me coming to direct. Everyone loved when I was directing because there's just there's a collaborative environment that making television really is. It's you're collaborating with not just a cast, but you're collaborating with all department heads, with crew, and everyone has the same end goal to make the best episode that we can. So this experience on this show was just one of so much love and support that it really made it a very fulfilling experience.
Absolutely. Can't wait to watch, my friend. Continued success. Thank you. Be sure to check out the latest episode of The Resident next Tuesday night right here on Fox, or if you're watching us, check your local listings if you're watching from somewhere. Little honest moment here, because again, we're near the same age, same generation. Mm-hmm. It's a trip. We talk, look, I'm very lucky. I never take it for granted. we get to talk to a lot of people that mean a lot to us, celebrities. It's a trip to talk to Malcolm Jamal Warner because we literally grew up. You grew up watching The Cosby Show and Thursday nights. You felt, you know what I mean? It's Gordon Gartrell. I wanted that shirt, you know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you. 5 people get that joke, that reference, but that's fine. I wanted that shirt. Yes. Denise making that ugly shirt. It's fine, don't worry about it. But you need to be our age. But that was nice. What a good guy. What a good guy. And again, it's all about who raised you. He was raised right, it sounds like. It's time to meet today's JVIP. Today we have 2. First, Linda Dawson from Windham, Minnesota. Hi, Linda. She says she's enjoyed the show since it began. She's been with us since the beginning. She loves the lightheartedness of the show. Sorry, Linda, I got a little worked up a few minutes ago. And she DVRs every episode. She also enjoys our Facebook show, the Before the Show, when we give shout-outs. And we're a great group of people, she said, the whole staff. Yes, I work with great folks. Next, Shannon Johnson from Woodbury. She says the show is fun, interesting, and pop culture-y. And it keeps her up. Shannon loves our enthusiasm, joy, and laughter. That's the whole point. Linda and Shannon get a Jason Show mug, also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes coming to the studio to watch the show, $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from Woodhouse Spa. Dear friends, we have more to come, so please grab some more Tang, and we'll be back after this. The dish is done, my friends. The fun? Not yet. Coming up. Vintage furniture is the thing this year. Oh, has been for a while. Kendall's taking you along for the Vintage Fall Crawl. And from gadgets to gizmos, we're showing you the very best of Oprah's favorite things for 2022. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Well, whether it's clothing from the 90s or furniture from the 60s, buying vintage is, it's hugely popular now. But how do you know what you're buying is really worth the price? Kendall met up with some vintage shopping experts, taking part in the Vintage Fall Crawl.
I have finally found a place where I match everything inside. Thanks for doing that for me, Amanda. I really appreciate you curating your entire store over my hot pink dress.
I did add a lot of pink for you today. I call that Peggy pink.
Peggy pink.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, I love everything in here, obviously, because it's so bright and it's so fun. We were talking about like curating vintage, because not everything old is cool, but everything in here is old and cool. So how do you do that?
Well, I really just trust my gut. I am always out thrifting at garage sales, at estate sales. This year I've gone to Florida a few times. I went to Palm Springs.
Is that where all the bright stuff is from?
It's from everywhere. Wisconsin. I find stuff all over, and the cool thing about my job is that it's flexible and I can travel and send stuff
Which, by the
home.
way, like at some point we will see all the vintage totes up top. I'm like, you could just bring it all home and all that, right?
Yes.
Right, right, that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, I, again, obviously love vintage, but you guys are doing a vintage crawl. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you got this idea from like beer crawls.
Last year, my wife got a pub pass.
I have a pub pass.
You have a pub pass.
Yes.
Okay. So this involved her dragging me along to breweries. I don't really love going to breweries or drinking beer. It's not super my jam, but I love hanging out with my wife, and then we would go thrifting and make a day of it. I was thinking, what if we did this for vintage shops? And I started talking to my friend who owns Mustache Cat, Rebecca, and we were like, we need to make this happen. We had a couple of meetings and we sat down and we were like, okay, what do we want it to look like? And we decided that we wanted it to be women-owned businesses across Minneapolis and St. Paul, and we wanted it to raise money for a good cause.
Right, tell me about that, because that's what I really love about all this. I love a good shopping excuse. I love that I can find new places in your book that I maybe haven't been before.
Yes.
But the bigger thing here being that $10 actually goes to something that's so important.
Yes. Okay, so when you get your passport, it has a map on the front with all of the stores that are involved.
Okay.
And inside it has a description of all of the shops and
Like you.
Like me. And their hours and kind of what their vibe is, what they carry. And then in the back, on the back page, it has a place for all of your stamps.
Oh, like
and
a real passport.
Yes. And so when you come in here, you will get a little strawberry stamp that says that you are here. And once you get all 12 stamps, you turn in your passport and 3 people will win gift cards to all of the stores.
Oh, nice.
So that's
It's like a
perk
game.
too. But yeah, so they're $10 and it's all going to women's advocates in St. Paul. They provide resources and support for women getting out of domestic abuse situations.
Right.
We just thought it would be a really good way to get people shopping, supporting small businesses, supporting women-owned businesses, and also giving back to our community.
Doing good things. Doing good things for good people.
Yeah.
Okay, shop?
Yes, let's do it.
Shop.
Let's
shop?
No offense to our guest. No offense to the only thing that I heard in all of that is that 90s clothes are now vintage. That's, I mean, you lost me right there.
I know, it's hard. Well, I mean, you go into those places and I'm like, oh, I wore that.
Yeah, and what's the rule? What is there? If you wore it once, you can't wear it again. Like if you went through it once.
You don't have to wear it again. That is the thing, because if you want to wear it again, wear it. But if you're like, oh, I don't really like it.
No. But I mean, if you lived through the trend once, you probably shouldn't live it again. You know what I mean?
Excuse me, big flares are cool again, and I'm totally into it.
What?
Big flare pants.
Big
they
flare
were cool
pants?
when I was like in the early 2000s.
But what, okay,
Low-rise,
but then I've actually gone through that twice then, because the 90s and I was a kid in the 70s. So I mean, you know, I was a little kid. So
you can get your flares back out.
No, you know what? I'm flared enough. You know what I mean?
Fully flared.
I don't need to flare anymore. According to most, I'm flared out. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jason.
I don't know, but it's just a rule. I don't know.
It Okay. Well, and my big thing when I go into vintage is like, is this worth it too? You know, so when talking to her about it is, you just have to look for certain things. And if you go into a small store like that, like they've already done all the work for you.
Absolutely.
Which is fantastic.
And she looks like, what's her name?
Amanda.
Amanda, if you look exactly like, I said she's so cool. She looks exactly what you think someone would look like that owns a cool vintage store.
Oh, yeah.
She's so hip. Yeah.
Totally.
The Vintage Fall Crawl runs through November 21st. Head to vintagefallcrawl.com for more information. And if you're watching other places, come visit us. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back. Believe it or not, it's been nearly 30 years since Oprah started sharing her favorite things for the holidays. Yeah, odds are you remember the pandemonium it would cause on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Look.
Hold on. Today is your lucky day. Ho, ho, ho!
Best episodes of the year, usually. Yeah. Seriously. Look at people passed out. I could just watch this all the time. So good. Well, her show may be over, but her favorite things, the list lives on. This week on Oprah.com and on the Oprah magazine, Oprah announced her favorite things for 2022. Look.
When you shop from these folks, you're investing in their dream.
This is a dream come true.
And getting great gifts in return.
Look how easy that is for the charcuterie board. It comes like that.
We've got ideas for everybody on your list.
You can take pictures with the glass if that's cool.
And I do mean everybody.
Gail loves hot chocolate.
Friends.
And as you can see, Oprah's doing it by Zoom since she hasn't left her house since 2020. She's been in Maui since 2020. Anyway, this year, I'm not kind of joking, actually. This year's list celebrates, because every year lately has had a theme. This year celebrates small businesses featuring everything from kitchen and food to gifts and home gifts and beauty gifts. And by the way, they're all on Amazon. So Kendall and I decided we'd go through it and pick a couple that we thought were fun that we should highlight, okay? So first comes from me. Now, I picked a couple different price ranges. This one is on the cheaper end. Why are you laughing? Because you knew I was going to pick this? Did you want to pick this too?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, first, a stemless wine glass chiller. So it includes a cradle that you plop in your freezer to keep your wine cold. So that way, you know, as you're sipping on some wine, it gets warm. You put the wine glass in the cradle, and it like cools down your. What are you laughing at?
I cannot with this bougie thing. Like an ice cube. Give me an ice cube. It is free. Just plunk it in there. It waters down, or else drink it faster. That's all I have to say about that. How much is it, Jason? Tell those people how much it is. It's expensive.
Oh.
For one.
No, you get a couple. And
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's one. How much does it cost, Jason?
Oh. You know what's on my favorite things list? A new sidekick.
Surprise!
Row one's getting it. He's going to take your place. It costs $44.95. I thought it was like a set of them.
$45 to keep your wine cold.
It's a real problem.
I'm dead.
Okay, then you're really going to hate this next one. I thought you got two. I'm sorry.
No.
I wouldn't have picked it if it was just one. Anyway, next up, y'all are really going to hate this one. A toaster, but it's not. I don't even want to do this now. It's not just any toaster. The Revolution Instaglow features 34 different modes. Plus it has a panini press and a warming rack. Now, it's usually $510.
Oh.
But this one can be yours for $408. Okay. Now wait. Wait.
You've lost the crowd.
Wait. I picked this. This is like the bougie funny one. I'm not really gonna get this, but though it's $408 because you can also stick like a grilled cheese in there.
You really looked into this. Yeah, the stove is just fine.
Front row's telling me the stove works. I know, but
You can go to Target. They're like $10. It's complicated.
I'm gonna move
Oprah.
on. Number 2. Let's move on to electronics.
Okay.
Oprah picked the Brook & Company 3-in-1 portable charging pad. It can charge your phone, watch, and headphones all at the same time, and you roll it up, and it's travel size, so you can take it anywhere instead of having like 80 cords. This one costs $63.99. You know what? I mean, I gotta tell you, this saves you from taking all those cords, and it rolls out, and you record, and I like this one. I'm not gonna back down on this one.
It's very nice if you can afford the headphones and the watch and the phone too, because I need 3 of those items. Mine's half cracked. I don't have a watch. I don't have the headphones. I can't have any of these things. I need to borrow people's Netflix passwords. I'm so poor.
Finally, here's something you could use, a clothes iron, because we know how much Oprah loves to iron. This is the Nori Press Compact Iron and Steamer, and this one costs $96. Again, you take it, again, it's travel size, and I like this. This is a practical one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, this went really well. This is great. Yeah.
Good picks, Jason. To be clear, I didn't pick any of those.
Thank you. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back. So, here's the deal. The wait is over to see the top movie of the year again. Top Gun Maverick was released to home media yesterday. That's right, we gotta say home media now. It's not home video. Featuring new scenes, behind-the-scenes features, and more. The movie featured Lady Gaga's song, Hold My Hand, and that song is the inspiration for today's game. Roll it, Leo, it's game time. Here we go. So, it's called Name That Tune Movie Edition. Here's how it's gonna work. Director Leo will play a song made famous by a movie, and you have to guess what movie it is. And at this point, I'll take the artist, I'll take anything. Okay? Playing today, give it up for Pam and Wendell, everybody. Okay. You two ready?
Yes.
Hands above buzzers. Director Leo, please play the first song.
Question, tell me what you think about me.
Wendell, I will take it. Do you happen to know the movie?
Charlie's Angels.
Yes, Charlie's Angels. That's right. Okay. Hands above buzzers. Next song, Leo.
Come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Okay, time's up. That is See You Again, Fast and Furious 7. Yes.
I couldn't. I'm so lost. I thought
It's
about
all right.
I'm driving and stuff. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Next, let me tell you, Leo, don't roll yet. Next is a classic. Roll it, Leo. Wendell.
I don't know the movie, but Kenny Rogers and Kenny. Yeah.
No.
I lost it.
No.
Oh my God.
None of that is right.
Okay.
But that's all right, my friend.
Okay, I tried.
I still love you.
I tried.
Pam?
I have no guess.
No! Officer and a Gentleman. Where we belong.
This is random and fast.
I know. Okay, here we go.
These are hard ones.
Share one.
This one's also for around the same era. There's a clue. Roll it, Leo.
Oh.
Pam!
Footloose?
The Breakfast Club.
Yes! Breakfast Club! You were close. About the same year. Okay.
Really, it was also a good teen film.
It was good. Okay, here we go.
Just watched it.
Next one. It's my favorite too. I love this one. The movie. Wendell.
St. Elmo's Fire?
Yes, St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, now this is more modern, and I think, okay, if I have faith in any of these with you two, this one. Roll it, Leo. Pam.
Stars Born.
Yes.
I was coming.
You were. I know. It's A Star Is Born. Okay. Oh, this next one's gonna be trouble. Okay, here we go. Roll it, Leo. Movie, 80s. Kim Cattrall, Andrew McCarthy, a department store. I should basically just spell it out. Mannequin. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. That's nothing's gonna stop us now. Okay.
We're getting beat up.
I have faith in this next one, maybe. Roll it, Leo. Wendell.
8 Mile.
8 Mile. Okay. Okay, now I wouldn't get this next one, so here we go.
No.
Director Leo, roll it. Nicolas Cage, action movie.
Con Air.
Con Air is right. Yes. How Do I Live? Is that it? That is it. Congrats to our players. You're both getting big mugs, and that's not all. You guys are both getting a quick copy of Top Gun Maverick on 4K Ultra HD. That's right. And get this. Everyone in our audience is getting one as well, thanks to our friends at Paramount. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. We'll be right back in a moment. There you go, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
You're the best. Oh.
I don't want to get makeup on you. Welcome back. It is time for the world's shortest segment. In honor of Oprah's favorite things list, a look back at one of our favorite Saturday Night Live segments ever, when they poked fun at Oprah and her audience. Look.
A DVD handycam valued at over $900!
That is Maya as Oprah back in 2004. Oh God, we'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment. It is time for the surprise goodbye. You know how this works. I don't know what's in this segment until I read it cold right now. Today, a young trick-or-treater who decides to give back. This is sweet. A boy in New Jersey noticed one house's candy bowl was empty on Monday night, but instead of moving on, he took treats from his own bag and put them in the bowl. The homeowner found the video on their doorbell camera, sharing it on Facebook. She said, "If this is your son, he's amazing, and you should be very proud." That's so sweet. Yeah. There was, but on the flip side, Jimmy Kimmel had one from a Ring doorbell of a mom and son. And the mom had the boy take all the treats because the bowl, the couple didn't want to be outside, so they just put the bowl out there, but they were watching. And so the mom had the boy take all the treats, and they come on the intercom, they go, "We can see you, we can see you." I'm like, oh my goodness.
We had like really sweet kids. We had kids like that would just take like one little piece. It was like, you can take more than that, sweetie.
We had kids in our building asking for air conditioning. That's what, yeah, that's what you had.
Excuse me, sir. Can I have some more?
Please, may I have some cool? Tomorrow on the show, some cast members from a local high school production of Mamma Mia will join us in studio. But right now, if you're watching, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody.